Alexis Nunes here with George Dobell, and England have finally announced their official squad for the World Cup starting this month, and 3 changes have been made to the preliminary squad that we heard from last month, and we got the headline, George, that many would have been waiting for. Jofra Archer included. Deserving call-up, you think?
Oh yeah, I mean he's only played 3 ODIs, so he's relatively inexperienced, but he's shown, whether it was in those very brief ODI performances or in all his IPL performances and all the other big tournaments he's played in, that he's an exceptional talent. He offers England something they didn't really have, which is a bit of bite with the bowling, and I think it was a pretty common sense and obvious decision in the end.
Tough decision, of course, with David Willey missing out. How do you think he would be taking that?
Well, it was human nature that he'll be hugely disappointed, and you know, he has every right to be. He's a very good cricketer. His left arm angle, his left arm swing would have offered something that England don't have. But, you know, they're picking from a position of strength, and Archer probably offers a bit more. I mean, David Willey's been unlucky in that there are 3 other options with the new ball in Woakes, Wood and Archer. And, you know, he was quite expensive in the series against Pakistan. He doesn't quite have their pace, but he is unlucky. And look, he could still play. Only takes an injury to one of those seamers, and he'll be back in the squad. But, yeah, he has every right to feel unfortunate, but I think it's the right decision.
Speaking of someone else that misses out, Joe Denley also misses out. Liam Dawson coming in for him. What do you make of that one?
Well, they're not quite the same cricketers. I think Joe Denley's a bit unfortunate that he was picked to do a job for which he's not particularly well suited. He's not a spin bowling all-rounder. He's a top-order batsman who bowls a little bit of spin. Liam Dawson is a spin bowling all-rounder, and I think it's a really sensible, good decision. It's not ideal that he didn't play in the Pakistan series, but he's been in good form in English domestic cricket. And I think it's a good decision. And it's worth saying that before previous World Cups, England have changed their captain, their coach, their opening batsman, their wicket-keepers at short notice. This time we're talking about the third-choice spin bowler. It's a detail. It's an important detail, but it is a detail. And I think it just shows that they're in quite a lot better state than they have been for 20 years or more.
Well, speaking of that state now, of course the questions are going to come. With this team that we have seen right now, or with this squad, have England found the right balance to lift the cup?
Well, I think they've probably found the best team available to them. There certainly aren't any guarantees, but they've got a great opportunity. I mean, they're a really good side, playing with confidence. That batting line-up, that packs a punch. And actually, I think they've just found a bit of bite to the bowling now as well. There's some variety, there's some pace. They are probably favourites. They're playing in conditions which they're obviously with which they're familiar and which they're really good in. I can't guarantee they're going to win because India look terrific. I have this abiding fear that in this summer of English cricket, Australia are going to come and win the Ashes and the World Cup, which would be tough to live with. But obviously they're a really good team, which you have to respect. And there are other dangerous teams out there. Obviously West Indies are dangerous. I don't think they'll win it, but they could beat any team on their day. And you could say the same about New Zealand and South Africa and others as well. So England have a great chance. I'd be really surprised if they didn't make the semi-final. And then who knows? But the important thing is they're going to compete. It's going to be fun. Hopefully they can inspire a nation that is could go either way in its love for cricket at the moment, and that's important. And there is a team there to really savour, to enjoy, and be proud of, I think.
Well, I mean, if they can take anything from England's performance in the Football World Cup last year, then I'm sure we're in for a good one. But quickly, like you said, just before we go, this team is still far from perfect. Anyone that you want to see step up in this World Cup that's left in this squad?
No, I mean, the difference with the football team, though, is that they got to the semi-final and everyone thought that was fantastic. If this team gets to the semi-final, it's par. Mm-hmm. So if that even, I think they pretty much have to win. So they're under a lot of pressure. There's no one particularly I'd like to see step up. I think, you know, Jofra's unproven on the international stage, but I've got huge expectations that he's going to have a terrific tournament and then a terrific career. And if there was one guy I'd pick out, it's Jos Buttler. I think he's on the verge of something really special. And I wouldn't be at all surprised if he was the player of the tournament. I think, they're strong words, but I wonder if he might be on the cusp of greatness. And what a way to really go to that next step by playing some of those innings we've seen in a global tournament. He looks in terrific form, full of confidence. Yeah, I think he's going to be a special player this tournament.
All right, George, always a pleasure. Thanks so much. So there you have it. A lot of pressure on this England team because the semi-final won't do. They have to lift the cup if they want to prove that they are as good as they look on paper. And now that they've got that little edge that Jofra Archer provides, hopefully that's exactly what the fans will get to see them do come July.